Let me now discuss the 5E learning cycle. So we have engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. So first one, we have the engage. So the engage phase is designed to spark curiosity and capture the students' interest from the very beginning. Teachers often use a surprising question, a short video, a real life scenario, or a quick activity to activate prior knowledge. And the goal is not to teach the lesson immediately, but to help students make mental connections between what they already know and the new concept they are about to explore. So this stage prepares their minds for learning and motivates them to participate. So next we have the explore. So in the explore phase, students take an active role in investigating the concept through hands-on activities, experiments, or group tasks. So they are encouraged to manipulate materials, observe outcomes, and discuss ideas with their classmates. So the teacher does not directly explain the concept, yet instead students are allowed to discover patterns, relationships, and possible explanations on their own. So because of this, it promotes curiosity, teamwork, and critical thinking as they construct initial ideas based on their own experience. So next we have the explain. So next we have the explain. So during the explain phase, students begin to make sense of their observations. They share their findings to maybe their couple students or to their teachers, and then they will describe what they notice and attempt to form an explanations. So the teacher then guides them by clarifying misconceptions, introducing a formal vocabulary, and linking their discoveries to scientific concepts. So this stage transforms their initial ideas into accurate and coherent understanding. It is also a collaborative phase where both teachers and students build knowledge together. So for the next, we have the elaborate or the elaborate phase. So the elaborate phase allows students to extend their learning by applying the new concept to different contexts or more complex tasks. They may also solve real-world problems or conduct additional investigations or connect the lessons to other topics. So the purpose of this is to deepen their understanding, strengthen their skills, and demonstrate that they can transfer knowledge beyond the initial activity. So this phase promotes mastery and higher level thinking. So next phase or the next one is the evaluate. So this is the last phase. So the evaluate phase checks how well students understood the lesson. So evaluation can happen or they can measure it through quizzes, ganyan, performance tasks, pwedeng magpasayaw, or role play, presentations, discussions, kunyari mga reporting, ganyan, or even self-assessment. So, yun yung iba't ibang ways para ma-evaluate. So, it is not only for grading, but also for helping students reflect on what they learn and what they still need to improve. So, for the teachers, this stage provides feedback on the effectiveness of the lesson and indicates whether reteaching or reinforcement is needed. So those are the 5E learning cycles. So again, we have the engage, elaborate, explain, evaluate, and explore. So let us now proceed to the importance of the 5E learning cycle. So first is it promotes deep understanding. So the 5E model allows learners to build knowledge gradually, starting from curiosity or engage, moving through exploration or the explore, and then solidifying concepts, which is the explain. So because students experience concepts before formal explanations, their understanding becomes more meaningful and long-lasting. So this step-by-step progression helps them grasp not just what happens, but why it happens. So next is it enhances student motivation and engagement. So the first stages, which are the engage and explore, spark interest through real-life activities, questions, or problems. When students are personally involved in the learning process, they become more motivated to continue. The hands-on nature of the cycle keeps them curious, making learning feel exciting rather than passive. So third is it encourages active participation. So in the explore, elaborate, and evaluate stages, students are constantly doing something, just like experimenting, analyzing, discussing, and applying their knowledge. Maybe, for example, in real life situations or into new concepts. So this active involvement helps develop their critical thinking, collaboration, and problem solving skills. So instead of simply receiving information, students take on an active role in constructing their own understanding. So lastly is it guides instruction systematically. So the 5E model provides teachers with a clear and organized framework for lesson delivery. Each stage has a specific purpose, ensuring that lessons flow smoothly and logically. So this systematic structure helps teachers plan coherent, student-centered, and goal-oriented activities that lead students from prior knowledge to mastery of new concepts. So those are some of the importance of the 5E learning cycle. So that's all. I hope you learned something new today. Thank you for watching.